focus on too is getting used and getting the repetition of hearing the scripture. That's why in the Sabbath service we'll read the prayers in Hebrew and then translate them to English. And it's likewise when we go into the Hebrew during the Sabbath service, we will be reading out of the King James Bible. We go into English, but what we do is we do 7 verses at a time, where we picking up from last week's reading. We're going to be in Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 11. So if you have a Bible, if you have a Bible app, you can use the King James Version to keep up with what we're reading in English. Or if you want to follow along in Hebrew, there's a free app you could download on iOS and Android called Bible Hub. And Bible Hub is the app that we're actually looking at right now. What we do is we're able to actually read the Old Testament in the Hebrew using modern Hebrew, but when we read it, we're actually translating it right then and there to read it in the ancient dialect. So it's not what? Test 1 2 is on. Okay, so it's basically like as if we're translating it on the fly as we're looking at it, because we're reading. When we use the apps, it shows it in the modern Hebrew, but we're actually speaking in a dialect that doesn't use any vowels, and so we're reading it as the ancient Hebrew. And as we get through it, we go through 7 verses at a time. And we usually read about 49 verses every Sabbath service, where we'll break it down in English, what we just read. So we'll go ahead and start with that. We're starting again in Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 11. And we'll continue to where we left off with to see where the children of Israel are. And, obviously the book of Leviticus is important because it's starting to establish the customs that we keep, especially Leviticus 23. We just got through reading about the high holy days, the holidays that Israel keeps. Now, we just had here in America, what's the holiday that we just had a few days ago in America? Anybody know? Halloween, right? And we know Halloween is something that people just kind of do. They have their kids, do these things. Really what it is mothers and fathers, they just try to find ways for children to have fun. And so if that's what everybody's doing, a lot of times we'll go ahead and just take part in that. But in a scripture like Leviticus, it's actually outlining what the children of Israel are supposed to do as far as what cultures we keep. You know what I mean? We wear garments every Saturday. I mean, a lot of times mothers will have children, they want to have them play dress up for Halloween. Well, I mean, they're really Black and Hispanic women and children are already loyalty. You don't have to play dress up. It's your culture to dress like the way that these brothers are dressed right now. How I'm wearing the garments, it's according to the scriptures, and even you see evidence of that in the Native American civilizations that were here in the Americas for hundreds of years and thousands of years, where they'll put fringes on the clothes and the border of blue. That's from the book of Leviticus. We actually held on to a lot of those laws. Now, we weren't perfect. We weren't able to keep everything, but there's history books of the Spanish conquistadors seeing just how much the Native Americans were trying to hold on to some of those ceremonies and some of those customs and those laws. And so really what we do, especially during the Sabbath service, is to kind of reestablish our minds to be prepared to rehearse the righteous acts of the Most High. Rehearsing the righteous acts is just basically seeing the scriptures for what it's saying and us starting to implement those things in our day-to-day lives until what it happens, it really is, it starts to change you spiritually. It starts to fortify your mind from a lot of influences that the world tries to put in us. You understand? And it starts with us seeking the word of the Lord like newborn babes. And so when we struggle to read the Hebrew, because we're learning the language as we're reading it, which is kind of crazy, but we're performing it nonetheless. And the words that we're saying, when we're reading them in the Hebrew, it has that gravity towards us coming back to our culture. The Most High sees these efforts that we make, and every soul that gets reawakened to this truth, they start taking those steps into coming back to who they truly are, their true identity. That's where your power is at. Black and Hispanics and Native Americans, our true power is in the laws that God gave us. That's what makes us stand out from everybody else. So let's go ahead and get into that. We're going to go in Leviticus. We were in chapter 25 and verse 11. You can read along with us, whether in English or Hebrew. We'll be breaking down what we're reading here. So go ahead, Priest Taziar, and you'll get that right there.
Okay. The book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 11. Yahweh, Chaya.
Come on, speak closer to it.
Yahweh, Chaya, Sanat, Ha, Ha, Mashayim, Shana, Taya, Lakam, La, Tazarai, Iwa, Walla, Tasa, Taka, Tazara, Ata, Sapachaya, no, Sapa, I, Aicha, Walla, Taba, Tazariah, Ata, Nazarah, Nazaraha. Verse 12, Kaya, Yawabal, Chaya, Kwadash, Daya, Lakam, Manya, so Chasha, Dakha, Dalawa, Ata, Daba, Akyat. Verse 13, Bashanat, Chaya, Wabal, Hazat, Tasha, Bawan, Aisha, Al, Akia, Akiasitawa. Verse 14, Wakaya, Tama, Korah, Makar, Latazah, Laamayatak, Wa, Pana, Ma'ida, Mayad, I, Ma, Amayatak, Dawana, Aisha, Ad, Akiwa. Verse 15, Bama, Sapar, Shanayim, Akar, Chayobal, Takuna, Ma'at, I, Maya, Kia, I, Mayata, Tak, I, Mayatak, Bama, Sapar, Shania, Daba, I, Daba, Al, Yamkar, Lak. Okay, good. Lapanya, Lapanyawa, Ba, Hasha, Namaim, Taraba, Makunatawa, Walapanya, Ma'aitha, Hasha, Sanayam, Tama, Ayata, Ayat, no, Dema, Tama Ayat, Makwa, Tawa, Kaya, Maspa, Taba Atki, Taba At, Ha, Hawa, Makar, Laka. Verse 17, Wahala.
That's the last verse when you read the English.
Finish this one?
Yeah, finish that one.
Okay. Tawanawa, Aisha, Ata, Amat, I, Mayat, the wa. Wa I rata ma la kha yaka kayam hanya pikawa alakayam.
Excellent. Go ahead and get that in English. We started in Leviticus 25, verse 11. It's establishing some more laws for Israel, and we're going to actually compare that to what we see here in America today. Well, let's read what the scripture has right there. Oh, yeah,
That was amazing, by the way. What are these meanings up here?
I got you. What are we looking at? What particularly?
No, up here. The lions and the smoking. What does that mean?
Well, first, I just want to say you're more than welcome to ask questions whenever you want to. These classes are designed for the audience. When you think of like a church setting is like it's almost damn near like you can't even bring a baby in there because if the baby starts crying, everybody look at you like you're crazy. But in here, it's we're called the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Now, the word school isn't even in the Bible in the Old Testament, but what it uses is it uses the phrase house of books. So this is a house of books, and what it is like a education center. And just like any good classroom, the best classes where you learn the most are the ones that are a little bit more intimate, meaning that you're not in an auditorium where there's 100 students and one teacher. A lot of times it's best where you have a smaller classroom setting because you get a little bit more flexibility with what the teacher can do and answering questions. Now, as far as what we see on the table here, a lion, this helmet, this dice, these are all parts of our culture. You know, having now, mind you, this none of this has anything to do with idolatry or anything like that. The scripture even refers to this as the Ark of the Covenant. It specifically gives the dimensions and the shape of it. This is just a smaller scale of it, but these are different things. Like what would happen in the tabernacle. I'm just giving an example like this. It would be large enough to put the scroll inside of it.
Right.
So we would have a copy of this scroll that would go in something like this,
Right.
and it would be one that can be carried around even on the battlefield where you had men that were assigned just to protect
That would
the
be
scrolls.
two or like four on each side, right?
Like as far as like men,
Yeah, to carry.
at least two, probably at least two, but yeah, it could be anywhere between four. I know that sometimes even when you go to any of our high holy days, like the Passover, for example,
Yeah.
you'll even see somebody standing on watch over that the whole time, just dedicated to that. And you know what's crazy too is that the Lord does that for us here on earth without us realizing it. He has chariots of the armies of the Most High that are above the earth, and hell even tells you that the stars in the sky are given their orders to stand on watch too, for us to tell what seasons they are, for us to actually know when to grow crops and bring them out and things like that. So everything has an order to it. Another example is say like the menorah. One thing you'll notice about the menorah, this right here is described in the Bible as a candlestick with 7 branches. Because the scripture gives us the specific description of how many branches. Now, when you look at a modern menorah, for some reason there's 9 of them, and I don't know where they get that from. But the modern, yeah. But we try to stay. It's really just about trying to be as accurate as possibly with what the Bible is saying. So you'll notice that a lot of the things that we'll cover, a lot of things that we do is always in the effort of trying to strive for perfection. And this is, to be completely honest, a lot of the stuff on the outskirts of this is mainly decoration.
Right.
But just to kind of start to give that idea, you should see some of the ones that are on display, like during the last Passover, a lot of these symbols that you see here,
Are
which
those like his servants, Judah, Ephraim, and Issachar?
absolutely. We would definitely consider to be the servants of the Lord. They're the children of Israel. So Jacob being the progenitor or the father of the nation of Israel, it went from, of course, Abraham and then his son Isaac and then his son Jacob. His son Jacob had 12 sons.
Right.
And so each one of these tribes is one of the sons, which is where most of pretty much all of Black, Hispanic, and Native American children of today come from those 12 sons. And so we look at each other like we're a family. You know, a lot of times people have the misunderstanding that what this is they call it Black Hebrew Israelite. movement or something like that, which is kind of an incorrect way to say it because we're more than just Black Hebrew Israelites. I'm myself as a Hispanic or Native American man, right? But us coming from one of these 12 sons makes us family. So we treat each other like family. We educate each other like family. We'll correct each other like family, and as family likes to do, all in good faith of coming back to our heritage and really continuing to improve each other. Because, like, how people say, they say you can't you can't help nobody if you can't help yourself. And so this is a place where you learn how to heal yourself, your own wounds, your own struggles, your own challenges that you're trying to overcome. And
As you help others, you're
yeah.
helping yourself, like in ways you don't even know. And my mom, like, she tells me that all the time. Like, I have a very big heart, so she'll be like, "You can barely help yourself. Why are you helping others? Like, you just gave away money." And I'm like, "Well, maybe they needed it more than I did."
Mhm.
She's like, "I don't believe you would give it." Yeah.
There's definitely a natural flow to that part of it. Always building within yourself, and then also looking to others. Because, like, even the scripture says, a brother is born for adversity, right? A sister is born for adversity. So whenever we're continuously looking towards other people's problems, it diminishes our own problems because our energy is being put towards helping them. So you're absolutely right about that. That's definitely a part of it as well. Like the scripture does say, though, that we're able to avenge others' disobedience once our obedience is fulfilled. So it's almost like, instead of being a hypocrite about certain things, we always try to make sure that we're on point too. So that's really what it is. And if anything, you'll see more of that as we go into the scriptures. We start reading more about what the real Israelite is. Because the thing is, most of our people don't even know they're Israelites.
Right.
But when we establish that, then we can start leaning into the idea of them actually keeping God's laws as an Israelite. Now, of course, we follow the whole Bible. Old Testament, New Testament. God of the Old Testament is the same God in the New Testament. And so some of the rules that he's established for the children of Israel to be responsible for keeping, we always like to remind ourselves of what those things are so that we can better shape our future and our families, and to just become that influence where other people gravitate towards you naturally, because you have that, how do I say, you have that ambition that you put in others.
Right.
You inspire other people to be better when they see that you've gotten to the point where you're actually living righteously without any compromises. And that's what we aim to build. We build men and women that don't seek to be okay with their flaws, always wanting to improve. And that's what makes this movement such a beautiful thing in the eyes of the Lord, because it's a very sincere and genuine approach to the Bible that the Christian church and other trains of thought that are out there is a lot less orderly and a lot less structured in a way that's going to ensure success.
Right.
And so when we stick with the scriptures and we let God be true and let his word get read, that's what starts to really fortify our minds for what the Lord is trying to move forward with in his agenda with healing the earth. Because the earth is in turmoil right now, and only through his words are the children of Israel going to usher in a new era on this planet. And that's what's in the work right now. And it's a very rare thing to be a part of that. So even just the fact that you're sitting in this room separates you from a lot of people out there, because you take the chance to look into something that could be a better way, right? And that's really what it is, that we all want to try to determine what is the best way to go about our faith, because we believe in the Most High. We understand that there's something that needs to be done in our lives to better ourselves. And that's where this all comes full circle, because only through a school like this place, does it all start to make sense. And then the whole world begins to make more sense, because we're making sense of it through the scriptures. Now go ahead and read verse 11. I'm going to try to check this out. I'm going to show y'all some interesting things in here about some of these laws. Go ahead, brother.
Come on. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 11.
Mhm.
A jubilee shall that 50th year be unto you. You shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth of itself in it, nor gather the grapes in it of thy vine undressed.
Now, what this is talking about is an actual Sabbath, even for your own land. Okay. So, for farmers that had land, typically what would happen is there would be a set amount of time where you're allowed to use that land to build crops. And then you would have, if you have enough land, you can kind of rotate them. So, one of those plots of land is having basically a year or a time frame where you're not taking from it, you're just letting it produce and letting the nutrients from what it produces go back into the ground to help keep the land in a nutritious state. The problem with the earth now is we use and use and use our land to fill up the HEBs and the Walmarts and the grocery stores with food, and it tires out the land itself.
Right.
Most High created everything to have its purpose, and when he even rested on the eighth, what was it, the eighth day, seventh day that he rested, right? And the earth does the same thing. We do the same thing. The Sabbath is something that's created for mankind to take that reset that we need from the whole week, that recalibration that we need to get to just be ready for another week. Well, the earth does that too, and that's what the law is talking about right here. So, and think about it like this too: if we don't let the earth rest the way it is, the way that it's supposed to, that's exactly why our food is less nutritious. You could grow fruit from the ground, and it is not as nutritious as food from 100 years ago.
Right.
You know,
It's way different.
yeah, you could stress out the land and take everything for all it has. There was a point in time where that happened in U.S. history. You know what they call that? They call that the Great Depression, where the ground was so used that the dust was kicked up from the ground and it created a dust storm that went all across the United States. And so there was famine all throughout the United States because they overworked the ground itself. And so it's important to know that even the ground, you want to rotate. And of course, us in the ghetto and where we're at now, we don't really have it like that now. We don't have our ability to just go because we don't have land. We're barely being able to pay our rent with the 9 to 5 job that we're forced to work just to make ends meet. But the thing is, the Most High is showing us that this is how things are supposed to be run for a time where we do have abundance, so that we know how to operate in a way that's an improvement on the way this society is ran. Go ahead. Oh, so what was your question?
Sorry. So my mom and I, plus my husband, me and him always have debates on when the Sabbath day is. I say it's Saturday because um, everybody's like, "Oh, Sunday is the Sabbath day because they go to church." I say it's Saturday because Sunday through Friday you're working your body, you're rejuvenating your well Sunday you're rejuvenating your body to get back into work, right? Saturday is your day of complete and utter complete rest. So that's why I say Saturday is the Sabbath day, but apparently I'm wrong. Is that true?
It is Saturday. It's actually Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. When you read in the book of Genesis, it tells you that the day actually is in the when it starts is in the evening when the sun sets. That's why like the Most High made the heavens and the earth, and every single day that goes by, he says, in the evening and the morning was the first day, and the evening and the morning was the second day. So if the week begins on Sunday, by the time you get to the 7 days, so technically the week is beginning on what we would consider to be Saturday night, but it would end on what we would consider to be Friday night, going through all of the day of Saturday. See what I'm saying? So it's weird though, because people go to church and what's considered to actually be the first day of the week, and that's actually incorrect. So I would say in that case, you would be correct in to say that Saturday would be the Sabbath, because it would be Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, and again the evening and the morning would be the seventh day in that case. So that's actually pinpointing it that it's when the sun sets. Of course, in this place, which is based off of the Roman Greco-Roman Empire's timing, they have the day begin at midnight, but in the scriptures it's when the sun sets, so it's a little bit before that. It's like, and then they just do like daylight savings time, so it's could be 6 o'clock, could be 8 o'clock. It just depends on when it is. But that again is outlined in the scriptures too, even the seasons and the months and that sort of stuff. But it would be Saturday. Basically Friday to Saturday. All right. Go ahead, priest.
Okay. 12. Yeah. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 12. For it is the Jubilee, it shall be holy unto you. Ye shall eat the increase thereof out of the field.
Now, when you get to this chapter, it's talking about the Sabbath for the land, but then there's the 50th year where this is actually something that is to be celebrated. So once you have an established land that is runs in the family, and this is something that actually can be followed. So it's saying that that which groweth of itself. It says, read verse 11 one more time.
Okay, verse 11. A Jubilee shall that 50th year be unto you. Ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth of itself in it, nor gather the grapes in it of thy vine undressed.
Now read verse 12.
Verse 12. For it is the Jubilee, it shall be holy unto you. You shall eat the increase thereof out of the field.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 13. In the year of this Jubilee, ye shall return every man unto his possession.
Keep going.
Verse 14. And if thou sell aught unto thy neighbor, or buyest aught of thy neighbor's hand, ye shall not oppress one another.
It says what? You shall not what?
Oppress one another.
Now, how is it that we oppress each other when it comes to selling and purchasing? It's raising the prices in the sense that something becomes overpriced. Again, we live in a society where the dollar is diminishing every single year. That's something that's been going on since the early 1900s, right? Burgers used to be 5 cents. Grocery store, you could go to the grocery store in the 90s and you would spend $50 and you would have a basket full of food. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You used to go to Sonic, you can get a McDonald's burger or something, like any burger joint. It was a lot cheaper back then. Yeah. Gas was cheap. Gas was like, pennies on the dollar. It wasn't. Yeah, I think cars have been around for about 100 years now. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's why, like the scriptures are saying, we're not supposed to oppress each other with the crops that we make. So even when it comes to businesses that we own, a lot of times you'll see Black and Hispanic folks hook each other up. You frequent a place long enough, you get to know the manager. There's times where it'd be like, hey, they might give you something for free. We do the opposite when we're in the spirit of brotherhood. You know what I mean? But and that's spiritual, because when the scripture tells us not to oppress each other, it's basically saying look out for each other. Keep in mind that yes, you might be trying to make a profit over something that you're growing here for the sake of sustaining your life, but other people are trying to sustain their lives too. So you don't want to go and jack up prices just for the sake of trying to make more off of your people. And that's why it's telling us that. But keep going.
Okay. Verse 15. According to the number of years after the Jubilee, thou shalt buy of thy neighbor, and according unto the number of the years of the fruits, he shall sell unto thee.
Keep going. It's going to explain what it's talking about.
Verse 16. According to the multitude of years, thou shalt increase the price thereof.
Yeah, go ahead.
And according to the fewness of the years, thou shalt diminish the price of it.
Like, I'm going to give you an example, right? The perfect example I can think of for something like this would be wine or any kind of like a strong drink, because when it's aged, it's actually worth more. Okay. Whereas opposed to something that was created for mass production and they make it real quick and they sell it real quick, it may not be as worth as much. And that goes without saying. That applies to certain things, because some fruits and vegetables that you grow are obviously perishable. So what is it referring to? It's referring to the quality of it. Once that land's been established and you're keeping God's laws with keeping that land fertilized and following the Sabbath, even with the land, then there's a certain quality that it's going to have that is going to make it more valuable in general. Imagine if you're growing something on a field that has to do with medicine, something that's that's good for the body, like blueberries, for example. Blueberries will clean your whole gut out and will clean your digestive tract. If you ever have any kind of urinary tract infection or anything like that, blueberries is fantastic at that. Strawberries are good at that. If you have a plot of land where you're growing really, really high quality blueberries, then there comes a point where yes, it is going to be more valuable than the blueberries that are grown at a newly established farm. You understand what I'm saying? Because the ground has been taken care of properly, so the nutrition is really good there. And that again is the Most High has got us covered with giving us an outline on how to keep things moving smoothly. You know what I mean? And so that's what it's talking about right there, where it's actually talking about the quality of the materials and things like that. Go ahead.
Okay. For according to the number of the years of the fruits that he sell unto thee.
Keep going.
Verse 17. He shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear thy God, for I am the Lord your God.
All right, let's go back to the Hebrew, and we're going to read verses 8 through 24.
18.
Yeah, my bad. 18. 18 through 24.
Okay. So book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 18. Wa aishatam ata chakwa taya wa ata masha pataya tisha marwa wa ai shayam tam atam wa ai shatam aila ha'aratza la ba'ata. Verse 19. Wana the naka ha'aratza paraya wa ka thumb wakathum lasha shabaya wa ai shatam la bahata ai lahaya. Verse 20. Wakaya tamara ma'ai naka basha naka hasha ba'ai yitha khan lawa Nazariah wala nashasapa aita ata. So ba the anayawm. Verse 21. What's za wa ai the ya ata barakotaya lakam bashana hasha sha'aita wa ai shita ata hata ba akha la shalash ba sham no basha sayam. Verse 22. Wa saraitam ata khashana khasha ma na'aita wa akhlam manya kha ta balkha yashawan aida khasha sana khata sha ai aita aida bawan bawa taba ataka talakuyam yashawan. Verse 23. Wakha aratiza la'a tamakar latza mataya mathatha kaya laya haratiza kaya garam
You call, can you get the dome?
wata was wata sa shawam atayam amayam Verse 24. You said stop there or read through there?
Stop. You finished 24?
No.
Go ahead. You read through it.
All right.
I'll be back. I really like it.
Well,
No
Bakal,
problem.
Arataza, Acha Satayam, Walacha, Tanayam, Aratza, Sa. 25?
No, go ahead and go to
Okay. It was, what was it? 18?
Yeah,
18. Right? Okay. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 18. Wherefore, can I have my juice?
Yeah. Go for it. Did you want to see, sir?
Oh.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, go ahead.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 18. Wherefore, ye shall do my statutes and keep my judgments and do them, and ye shall dwell in the land in safety. Verse 19. And the land shall yield her fruit, and ye shall eat your fill and dwell therein in safety.
And that's really what it comes down to, is us being safe. That's the whole reason why we got to stay with the scriptures, because we want the Most High to protect us and to have our lives stable. That's what safety is stability. If I can't tell you, that's what all men and women really want, like especially women. They're looking for stability. And the only way they're actually going to get that is by keeping God's laws. And when we try to go outside of that, women nowadays, they make it OnlyFans and try to make ends meet. They on the stripper pole. They selling their box to try to keep the money coming in so they can pay their rent. That's not going to give you safety. That might give you some instant gratification with, but you'll be living month to month struggling. And that's just going to build up on your mind and weigh up on your mind. You don't want it to do that.
Right.
But you do want to have that safety. Safety is not just in the physical form. It's also something in the mental as well. Because it's like when you feel safe, then things can calm down. Then the life is not chaos no more. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 20. And if ye shall say, what shall we eat the seventh year? Behold, we shall not sow nor gather in our increase.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 21. Then I will command my blessing upon you in the 6th year, and it shall bring forth fruit for 3 years.
And so what it's saying is, and some people don't have land like that where they can rotate the land and have Sabbaths for one land while another land's growing. Some people only got a little bit of land. So what about them that they gotta hold off that 7th year? You know what he said? Read that again.
Okay, verse 20. And if ye shall say, what shall we eat the 7th year? Behold, we shall not sow nor gather in our increase.
Verse 21.
Verse 21. Then I will command my blessing upon you in the 6th year, and it shall bring forth fruit for 3 years.
Not just 2 years, but 3 years. The Most High says, I got you covered. Remember, you're keeping my laws. I'm going to make sure you're protected. I'm going to make sure your basket is increased, meaning that year, the 6th year, the year before the Sabbath year, I'm not just going to give you enough for that year and the next year. I'm going to give you enough for 3 years. So you're going to come out on top. You're going to be ahead of the curve. That's like if you work working a job for a year and your bills and everything that you got to pay for month to month, if you're smart with your money and your ways please the Most High will ordain for it to be that you're going to have a couple stacks in the bank account, maybe even more than that, 5,000-10,000 just sitting there for a rainy day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm trying to relate it in a way that you can understand in modern terms, because he's saying, have faith in me. I will give you the abundance that you need. That's why the scripture says, seek ye first the kingdom of the Lord and his righteousness, and everything shall be added unto you. He going to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Foxes have holes, birds have nests, son of man have no place to rest his head, right? So we're over here, a lot of us without faith, we're worried about the month to month, the day to day, but the Most High says, I got you covered. You just stay doing what I tell you. I'm going to make sure that you got enough and then some. You know what I'm talking about? So don't be tripping about stuff like that. Just focus on being a good priest, focus on being a good brother, focus on doing the things that the Most High is ordaining for us to do, and let things fall into place. Doesn't mean you're not going to be without being tested. But if you have faith in the Most High and you're being consistent with keeping his ordinances, you will be taken care of. And you have to have faith in that too. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 22. And you shall
Salaki, if I may,
Come, sir. Oh, you.
that's also, it's also heavy about not worried about the day we only worry about the day to day and something for the future.
Mm-hmm.
The government shutdown. The government shutdown is another. That's another thing. Black folks is waiting day to day. We day to day workers. We ain't even worried about the future because right now we just hoping that the government gonna open back up. But what if the government don't open back up? What if the government never come back? What if? What if? So all those people that was betting on the military, all those people that was betting on going into the military, they're not getting paid no more. They're not getting paid no more. People ain't getting paid. Money ain't getting distributed. Food ain't getting distributed. Food stamps ain't getting distributed.
That's heavy.
Things aren't getting distributed. That would never happen in the kingdom. Never happen in God's kingdom. Never. Never. You want to know why? Because the Lord has put provisions aside in the law so things like this will never happen.
Right. Absolutely.
But, you know, let it be told, white folks, they just can't rule. Oh, so like oppressors just can't rule. They just don't know how to rule because when they rule, they want to rule with selfishness and they want to rule with selfishness and they want to rule with an iron fist. Right? That's not how you rule. You rule by understanding and mercy. You dig what I'm saying?
Go
ahead.
Yeah. Give that brother a hand. And give the Lord a hand for these laws because that's what the scripture says. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the protection of us as a unit, as a community, as a brotherhood, is because of that wisdom of being able to see the world for what it is and not letting it pull a wool over your eyes and hide you from the fact that this is really going down. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing these birth pains, they're increasing in frequency, and it's getting to the point where it's going to get ugly. It's not going to get better. You're not going to get more comfortable here. So you better you got to be in the right mindset so that in the time, like the Jamaicans always say, you never miss your water till your well runs dry. That's what's going on right now. Everybody's well is running dry because some food stamps is not coming in. And the job ain't jobbing, and the wage ain't paying. It don't feel like it's enough. Your store basket ain't full with that $200 you spend. Now you got to spend $300 to get that basket of food that's going to maybe sustain your household for like a week or two, And you got to be real thrifty with that. Go ahead, keep going.
Okay. Verse 20. Verse 22. And ye shall sow the 8th year, and eat yet of all fruit until the 9th year, until her fruits come in, and ye shall eat of the old store. Where did I stop?
At 24. So you go
23.
You read through 24?
No.
Go ahead.
Verse 23. And the land shall not be sold forever, for the land is mine. For ye are strangers and sojourners with me.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 24. And all the land or your possession, ye shall grant a redemption for the land.
All the land of your possession, you shall grant a redemption for the land. That's what I'm talking about. Having things and being able to grant things to others and having that dominion and sovereignty over your own land. Well, Israel doesn't know what that's like right now. Even in the land of Venezuela. Do you think Venezuela is actually ran by the children of Israel? You think it's you got to understand like a lot. The establishment has it to where they really are the ones that are the rulers of this place. It's just that right now Satan's trying to cast out Satan, and their kingdom is divided against itself. So don't expect there to be all comfort and sunshine and rainbows and lollipops. It's not like that no more. We're heading into the Third World War. It's already started. That flame is already lit. But it's going to be more and more obvious as time goes on. There is no more peace on earth.
So, like, if I may,
Go ahead.
hey, he's trying to tell you something. He's trying to tell you something because right now in Nigeria, it's the same thing as going on in Venezuela. Right now in Nigeria, it's the same thing going on. Right now, they're trying to cast out NATO and America, and Putin is making deals with the new government that's going on in Nigeria. Right now, they said people ain't eating, and Putin went right in there with boxes of food, big shipments of food to feed people. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, it's going all over Africa. It's going down. It's going down. Putin is making his play. Russia's making this play. Remember, we was talking about those proxy wars. Yeah. That it's happening in front of your face. Yeah. Governments are mountains all over the earth are shutting down, going into the sea. Mountains right now, all over the earth, is going into the sea. It's happening right in front of your eyes, and we still worried about the day for day. We still worried about, oh man, I'm gonna go do this. People are working right now in the government and not getting paid.
That's crazy.
Why don't they just come in here and work? Right. If they don't want to, I mean, at least they're going to get a payment in the future. They don't even know if they're going to get a payment in the future. You do? You feel me? You feel me? People are working right now and not getting paid. It's so close. We're so close to the kingdom. And right now, people are betting on they're trusting in man and not trusting in God. You know what I mean? The Bible says, curse them that trust in man. Bless them that trust in God. Real talk. Back then in Leviticus, who you think they were trusting in? They had to trust in God because where was anything else coming from? Right. They just left Egypt. They seen a whole, you know what I mean? Left Egypt, seen the Red Sea swallow up all the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? Now we in the wilderness and manna's falling from heaven. Now we in the wilderness and the Lord is giving us rules and regulations, but it's thundering and storming and winds is blowing, and they're like, hell no, Moses. You go talk to the Lord and we'll listen to you. Because if we listen to the Lord, we gonna die. You dig what I'm saying? Moses. And then so Moses like, all right, well, I'll talk to the Most High, see what he say about it. You know what I'm talking about? I'll talk to the Most High, see what he said about it. Then he went up on the Mount Sinai, came back, and it was worshiping a golden calf. Right now, the government shut down. And you know how many people are going to be worshiping a golden calf on Thanksgiving? You know how many people are going to be worshiping a golden calf on Christmas? You know how many people are going to be worshiping a golden calf on New Year's? And right now, the government is shut down, and they still believing in the damn government. Well, you know, okay. Okay, well, shalom. You know what I mean? That's all you can say. Slack, y'all. I just slack.
Lord be with you. Lord be with you. That's it right there. Now we're going back to the Hebrew. We're going to read, start verse 25 through 31. 25 through 31.
Okay. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 25. Kaya, I, Makwa, Akia, Wamakar, Macha, Satawa, Abba, Galawam, Hakarab, Alawa, Waga'al, Ata, Mama, Kar, Hawa. Verse 26. Washa Aisha, Kaya, La'a, Ya'yam, Lawa, Ga'al, Wacha, Sha'ai, Gaha, Yarwa, Wamatzaw, Whatnot, Wamatza, Kaidaya, Gua Latawam. Verse 27. Wa Kia Shaba. Ata Shanai. Mama Karawam. Kha'a Sha'aib. Ata Kha'ai Dapa. Laisha. Ashar. Makar. Lawa. Washayab. La'a Kha Satawam. Verse 28. Wayam La'a Matza Kha Yarwam Daya Khashaya Lawa Waya Wakha Aya Mama Karawa Ba'ayad Hakwanak Atawam Aida Sha Nata Khayawaba Waya Tza Bayaba Wasa La A Kha Satawam. Verse 29. Wa I Asha Khaya Yamkwa Ba'ata Ma Wa Shab Ayashar Khawama Wahayata Ga La Tawam Aida Tam Shanat Mama Korawa Yam no Yamaim Daya Ga Latawa. Verse 30. Wayam La'a Yagal Ayata Aida Malat Lawa Shana Shanakha Tama'ai Maka Wakwam Khaba Aitha Ashar Bayara Ashar La'a Lawa Hamak Latza Ma'ai Tata Lakwanuha Atawa Ladar Lada Ratawayam La'am Yatza 30
Yeah, keep going. 231.
Bayaba. Verse 31.
Talking about the string.
Wabataya Kha Saram Ashar Anaya Lakham Kamacha Sa Ba'aiba Aila
Oh, did you finish it?
Sha Dacha Haaratza Ai Khashab Wa'alcha Daya The Kha Ai Khaya La Wa Bayaba Aitza. That was 31. Sir.
Go ahead and get that in the English.
From where? From where did it start?
25.
Okay. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 25.
Yep.
If thy brother be waxen poor and hath sold away some of his possession, and if any of his kin come to redeem it, then shall he redeem that which his brother sold.
Right. Yeah. Boy, my God is great.
Right.
I feel like you know how the Christians be like, my God is great. Read that one more time. Are y'all understanding what he's saying?
Okay. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 25. If thy brother be waxen poor and has sold away some of his possession,
Right. So let's y'all two are brothers, right? Y'all real brothers. We know we already know y'all brothers, right? So Yakal sold away his possessions, right? Right? Go to not some other nation, but another tribe, right? Go ahead. He broke. You know what I mean? I got to tell you, but hey, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
Okay. And if any of his kin come to redeem it, then shall he redeem that which his brother sold.
Right. So then, so he sold it, right? And then you come and was like, hey, my brother sold it. He was broke at the time. You know what I mean? I'm coming to get it back. Right? Keep going.
Okay. Verse 26. And if the man have none to redeem it, and himself be able to redeem it, verse 27, then let him count the years of the sale thereof, and restore the overplus unto the man to whom he sold it.
Right. So whoever sold it, right, they're gonna count the years that you had, right, and then they're gonna be able to replenish to get the land back for your brother, right? And then you're gonna give the land back to his brother, and then the brother gonna pay you off the top, off the back end. You dig what I'm saying? That way, that way they had whoever had it had the land, right? Sold it back to you with no interest, right? You gave it back to your brother, right? And then your brother paid you back for the money that you spent, and now everybody making bread. Everybody good now. It's back to how it was. They got their bread. You got your bread. He got his land. The Most High is great. The Most High is great. It wouldn't be none of that foreclosure stuff going on right now that be going on all over the earth, or all over America. The Most High ain't that type of God to not care about the little people. God cares about the little people. Now, I go ask Donald Trump, do he care about the little people? Oh yeah, he'll pardon NBA YoungBoy, but NBA YoungBoy rich. He got the ability to make millions and millions of dollars. He's halfway through his tour. They said he didn't gross $20 million already. You dig what I'm saying? He ain't even been to 10 cities, not even 10 cities. You dig what I'm saying? $20 million, not even did 10 cities yet. You dig what I'm saying? So they have the ability to get money. Of course, he's gonna pardon Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has the ability to get money. Kodak Black, he has the ability to get money. You dig what I'm saying? Now go pardon Dante that had a bad run when he was 17 years old and did something, and now he's 52 and still not able to get out of prison. You know what I mean? Even though he didn't change his life. Tookie Williams, what's his name? Tookie, right? Yeah. How come nobody pardoned Tookie? Tookie was writing children's books, telling people as many people as he put in the gang, as many people that didn't join the gang because he told them not to. You dig what I'm saying? You understand what I mean? Like, you understand what I mean? The Lord cares about the little people so much that he's gonna put laws and rules and regulations so that the little people can have a chance. Even when they mess up and have to sell their land, they have a chance to get it back. That's just there's no comparison to laws of other nations to the laws of Israel. There's no comparison. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 27. They let him count the years of the sale thereof, and restore the overplus unto the man to whom he sold it, that he may return unto his possession. Verse 28. But if he be not able to restore it to him, then that which is sold shall remain in the hand of him that hath bought it until the year of Jubilee.
Until the year of what?
Jubilee.
What's the year of Jubilee, Yalawan? Or 50? No, it's 50. Yeah, it's like 50, right? Yeah. So even though 50 years passed, right? They're gonna hold your land because you ain't got no money to get it back. Taziar broke too. you come to me, I'm gonna tell you I'm broke because I'm broke too. Are y'all I'm broke too? We all broke. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they say, okay, well, the land is gonna remain until the people you sold it to, right? Into the year of Jubilee, right? Go ahead.
Okay. And in the Jubilee it shall go out, and he shall return unto his possession.
He should do what?
Return unto his possession.
Okay.
Verse 29. And if a man sell a dwelling house in a walled city, then he,
All right, hold on. Salaki. So you're gonna be able to get your land back, right? But you're gonna get it just in time for your children to be able to work the land. Maybe your children just better businessmen than you are. Nothing wrong with it. Maybe they're gonna take the land and they're gonna go start growing corn and what's that vegetable? What's that vegetable I like? Broccolini. Yeah, dude, they gonna start growing broccolini. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe they gonna start growing broccolini, and everybody, and they figure out a way how to cultivate it and make a special sauce. And now they got broccolini sauce with broccolini. You dig what I'm saying? And everybody coming from all over Israel to come get the broccolini sauce. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like maybe they just better businessmen than you. Maybe they learned something from somebody and they got it. You know what I mean? Like that. Don't worry about it. We got you. Check it out. We gonna do this. You know what I mean? But it's always gonna be able to get back into your family lineage. You dig what I'm saying? It's never gonna be somebody the government gonna take it and start. Government gonna take it and put a Planned Parenthood on it. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You dig what I'm saying? Because the Lord put rules and regulations in place for things like that not to happen, so everybody can have his own stake, his own little piece of land, or for him and his family. You dig what I'm saying? Right? Because when the tribes got their land, every family in the tribe got a piece of their tribe, got a piece of that land, so they can do their own thing. You dig what I'm saying, Toziar? That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like that. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 29. And if a man sell a dwelling house in the walled city, then he may redeem it within a whole year after it is sold. Within a full year may he redeem it.
Look, now he's talking about houses and being redeemed for houses, not just land, houses. The Lord is great. You feel me? The Lord is an all-powerful understanding of great power. You dig what I'm saying? And people just don't understand when you serve that power, you ain't got to worry about the government shutting down. You ain't got to worry about food. You ain't got to worry, you know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about your food stamps. You dig what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about food stamps. Something that people always depended on and relied on, they might not get them this month. You know what I mean? You know what that's gonna do to HEB? You know what that's gonna do to Walmart? Pew. You know what I mean? If half of America is on food stamps, and that's the way they eat, and then they don't get the food stamps, all the groceries don't get sold. Then when the groceries don't get sold, the HEBs don't get money. So all this this land that HEB be buying up and all these nonprofits that the HEB be at and giving out things and this and that, that's not gonna stop too. The whole economy is gonna plummet. The whole economy, all because Democrats and Republicans can't get along because they can't come up with an agreement. You know what I'm talking about? Because they can't, because nobody was smart enough to be like, well, if we're gonna give them government food, right, from the government, right? How come we're not gonna be able to, like, when everything? What if we don't agree and we go into government shutdown? People need to still eat. Soldiers still need to get paid. People need to, I don't know who wasn't thinking about this. I'm not even the what would you call it? I'm not even like a economist, but I understand. Yeah, you do what I'm saying? I ain't the smartest brother in the world, but I understand. Yeah, you feel me? Like what? Salaki, go ahead, man. Good Salaki, bro. I'm my bad. I'm gonna stop rumbling.
Okay. Verse 30. And if it not be redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be established forever to him that bought it throughout his generations. It shall not go out in the Jubilee. Verse 30, verse 31. But the houses of the villages which have no wall around about them shall be counted as the fields of the country. They may be redeemed, and they shall go out in the Jubilee. Verse 32. Notwithstanding the cities of the Levites and the houses of the cities of their possession, may the Levites redeem at any time.
Why? Why is that? Come on, man. Why is that? Uh-huh.
Because the Levites weren't allotted land.
Right. So their houses have to remain their houses because they're taking care of the people. They're the public servants. You got it. Did it work?
No, it doesn't let me edit it from yours.
I think I overread it.
So what we have to do? What's going on, y'all?
Yeah, I overread it.
Is that it?
That was the last. Yeah, I was
okay.
supposed to stop at 31, but I went to 32.
All right. With that, I margin. Oh Lord! Hey! Calm down, Jack. State your registry.
Call ya Allah, ban yashkar, ban yasha Allah.
Yikal Yalla Ban Yashakar Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Bashim Yasha Baktar.
Yahweh Shim Yasha Brakatah. Step down.
Oh, we're done.
There you go. He can't step down until you step. He can't step up until you step down. All right. Shabu.
Yeah.
You know where he's at?
Was it 2531?
Yeah. Yeah, 25-31.
So you started at 32.
No, he was 31. Oh yeah, started 32. My fault.
That's good.
32 to 38.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 35, verse 32 in the Hebrew. Wa'ai raya halawa yum bathaya I raya acha zatham ga'alath I walam thachaya lalawayam. Verse 33. Wayashar yaga all man halay wayam waya taza salakya waya taza mamakar bayath wa ay yar akha zathawa bayabal kaya bathaya I raya halawayam hawa'a akazatham bathawak banaya Yashua Allah. Verse 34. Washada Magarash Irayaham La'a
Hey, what's the
Yamakar
password for it?
Kaya
The admin.
Akazath
I don't know.
Iwalam
That's probably why you can't change it.
Hawa'a Laham. Verse 35. Wakaya Yamawak Akayak Wamata Yadawa Imak Wahakazapath Bawa Gar Wathawa Shab Wakaya Imak. Verse 36. All the Kwach Ma'athawa Nashak Wathara Bayath Wayara'ath
What might have changed it? I don't know if it's how she done that. That's not working.
Ma'alahayak Malahayak
West 1969, 2
Wakaya Akayak
Capital letters.
well,
Imak.
where it's supposed to be.
Verse 37. Atha
I don't think it's the whole thing.
Kasapak La'a Thathan Lawa Banashak Waba Marabayath La'a Thathan Akalak. Verse 38. Anaya Yahweh Alahayam Alahayakam Ashar Hawataza Athaya Athakam Marataza Matazarayam Lathath Lakam Ath Arataza Kanain Lahaya Wath Lakam Lahaya Hayam. Verse 39. Wakaya Wama Wak Akayak Imak Wanap Kar Lak La'a Ta'ibad Bawa Ibadath Ibad. Verse 40. Kashakayak Salakia Kashakayar Katawa Shab Yahaya Imak Id Shanath Hayabal Yaibad Imak. Verse 41. Salakia, where did I stop at, sir?
You stop at you read from 32 to 38.
Oh, I already passed it. Salakia. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 24, verse 32 in the English.
Let's try.
Salakia 25, verse 32, right?
Yes.
Notwithstanding the cities of the notwithstanding the cities of the Levites and the houses of the cities of their possession, may the Levites redeem at any time.
At any time.
Verse 33. And if a man purchase of the Levites, then the house that was sold and the city of the possession shall go into the year of Jubilee, for the houses of the cities of the Levites are their possession among the children of Israel. Verse 34. But the field of the suburbs of their cities may not be sold, for it is their perpetual possession,
Right. What does perpetual mean?
forever.
It's their forever possession. Go ahead.
Verse 35. And if thy brother be waxed poor and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him. Yea, thou though he be a stranger or a sojourner, that he may live with thee. Verse 36. Take thou no usury of him or increase, but fear but fear thy God, that thy brother may live with thee. Verse 37. Thou shalt not give him thy money upon usury, nor lend him thy victuals for increase.
Right. No interest.
Right.
That's basically what it's telling. Don't you can't charge that man no interest. That's your brother. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 38. I am the Lord your God, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt to give you the land of Canaan and to be your God.
Man, no, to be everybody's God.
To be your God.
I'm trying to tell you, he's only the God of the children of Israel. That's why these laws only pertain to the children of Israel.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come on. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 39 in the Hebrew. Wayakaya. Select it. Wakaya. Wama. Yamawak. Akayak. Aimak. Wanamakar. Lak. La'a. Ta'aibad. Bawa.
I'll show you afterwards.
Abadath. Ibad. Verse 40. Kayak. Kathawashab. Yahaya. Aimak. Aid. Shanath. Hayabal. Ya'ai Bad. Aimak. Verse 41. Waya Taza'a. Ma'ai Mak. Haywa'a. Waba na Yawa. Aimawa. Washab. All. Masha Pakathawa. Wa'al. Akazath. Ibatha Yawa. Yashawab. Verse 42. Kaya. Ibadaya. Ham. Ashar. So like Ibadaya. Ham. Ashar. Hawa Taza'a Thaya. Atham. Ma'arataza. Matazarayam. La'a. Yamaka wa Salaka. Yamaka Rawa. Mamaka Rath. Ibad.
Maybe it's not working.
Verse 43.
You have your profile to yours, my profile to mine. You know what I mean?
La'a. Tharada. Bawa. Baparak. Wayara'ath. Ma'alah Hayak. Verse 44. Wa'ai Badak. Wa'ai Slakia. Wa'ama Thak. Ashar. Yahai Yawa. Lak. Ma'ath. Hagawa Yum. Ashar. Sabaya Batha Yakam. Maham Thakwa Nawa. Ibad. Wa I ma. Verse 45. Wagam mabanaya hathawa shabayam hagarayam aimakam maham Thakwanaya Salakia Thakwanawa Wama Mashapakatham Ashar Aimakam Ashar Hawala Yadawa Ba'aratazakam Wahayawa Lakam La'akaza. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 39 in the English. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant. Verse 40, but as a hired servant, and as a sojourner he shall be with thee, and shall serve thee until the year of Jubilee. Verse 40, and then shall he depart from thee, and both he and his children with him, and shall return unto his own family, and unto the possession of his fathers shall he return. Verse 42, for they are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen. Verse 43, thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but shalt fear thy God.
Right. It's all about brotherhood, man. You looking in the Bible and can't see brotherhood. It's talking about not ruling over him with vigor. So the Edomites, they read the Bible and it's like they still rule over you with vigor. You know what I'm saying? They're not really Christians.
Right.
They're not really reading the Bible. Because if they read the Bible and be like, yeah, we're gonna oppress you, where you read that in the Bible? You know what I mean? Where I say it says, he that leadeth the man to captivity shall go into captivity. You know what I'm talking about? He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. I don't read, you know what I mean? I don't read, oh yeah, it's okay to oppress a man to where he can't even pay his bills and or spend time with his kids or spend time with his family or you know what I mean, or believe in his God, or you dig what I'm saying? You understand? You understand what I'm saying, Taziar? You know what I mean? The Bible is about freedom.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just stuck my foot in my mouth. Everybody be like, see, freedom. Well, I could be a homosexual. And you see what I mean? That's what they're going to think when they see freedom. Because America has ruined their sense of freedom. You dig what I'm saying? They have ruined their understanding of freedom. You feel me? Because they when they think free, they think I can do whatever I can do up under the sun. No. When I say free, I mean you can do whatever you want to do as long as it's under the guides of the laws of God and the rules and regulations of what God says. That's free. You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead, Salaki.
Verse 44, both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Verse 45. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession.
Is that it? Nothing? See what else the dog can get in there. That's like Is we supposed to read more? Where do we stop at?
I think you might have another section.
Come on, sir.
Because we stopping at here. Let me get it.
Is the AC on?
It don't feel like it, huh?
26 and 4 is where we're stopping at. Where you at right now?
25 and 46.
Does he know where it is?
Yeah, you know. No, nah. It's over here in the kitchen. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 46 in the Hebrew. Wahatha na ha la thumb. A thumb. Labana yakam. Achara yakam. La rashath. Achaza. La ailam. Baham. Tha'ai badwa.
Have you tried logging out of your Facebook?
Wa ba'a ha yakam. Banaya. Yashwa Allah. Ayash. Ba'a ha yawa.
$20 million.
La'a. Thara da. Bawa. Baparak. Verse 47. Wakaya. Thasha yag. Yad. Gar. Watha shab. I mak. Wamak. Akayak. I mawa. Wana makar. Lagar. Tawa shab. I mak. Awa. La I quar. Masha pakath. Gar. Verse 48. Akaraya. Napakar.
Was it
Ga'ala.
orange?
Thahaya. Lawa. Akad. It wasn't?
No, man. You like to be hot.
Oh, it's like
I don't like to be
I
hot.
turned it off last night.
Paid all this money for AC, not to use it. Yeah, I turned it off last night. It wasn't even cold last night.
Nah.
It was cold that night.
Ma'akayawa. Yaga la nawa. Verse 49. Awa. Dadawa. Awa. Ban. Dadawa. Yaga la nawa. Awa. Masha ar. Basharawa. Mamasha pakathawa. Yaga la nawa. Awa. Hashaya ga. Ladawa. Yadwa. Wana ga wanagal. Verse 50. Wakachab. I'm Kwana Hawa. Mashanath. Hamakarawa. Lawa. Id. Shanath. Haya Bal. Wahaya. Kasap. Mamakarawa. Bama Sapar. Shanayam. Yakai.
That lighter off of this place.
Yakaya Maya.
What is it doing? What was that doing up here?
Shakayar. Yahaya. Aimawa. Slakia. Verse 51. Iwad, Rabba Wath, Bashanayam, Lapaya Han, Yashab Yab, Gaalathawa, Makasap, Makwanathawa. Verse 52. Wa'am, Ma'aith, Ma'at, Salakia, Ma'aith, Nasha, Ar, Bashanayam, Aid, Shanath, Hayabal, Wakashab, Lawa, Kapaya, Shanayawa, Yashayab, Ath, Gaalathawa. So like, sir, why stop?
Fourth verse of the next chapter.
Oh, come on, guys. Verse 53. Kayar, Shana, Bashana, Yahaya, Aimawa, La'a, Yara Danawa, Bapa Rak, like Aya Nayak. Verse 54. Wa'am, La'a, Yaga all, Yagal, Ba'ala, Wa Ya Taza'a, Bashanath, Hayabal, Hawa'a, Wabanayawa, Aimawa. Verse 55. Kaya, Laya, Banaya, Yasra'ala, Ibadayam, Ibadya, Ham, Ashar, Hawa Taza'a Yathab Salakia, Hawa Taza'a Taya, Awatham, Ma'arataza, Matazarayam, Anaya, Yahawa, Alahayakam. Leviticus 26, verse 1. La'a Tha'ai Shawa, Lakam, Alayalam, Wapat Saul, Wama Tazaba, La'a, Hakwayai Mawa, Lakam, Wa Iban, Masha Kayath, La'a, Tathanawa, Ba'aratazakam, Lahasha Thachawath, Ilayah, Kaya, Anaya, Yahweh, Alahayakam. Verse 2. Ath, Shabbathaya, Thasha Marawa, Wama Kwadashaya, Thaya Ra'awa, Anaya, Yahweh. Verse 3. Am, Bacha Kwathaya, Thalai Kawa, Wa'ath, Matazawathaya, Thashama Rawa, Wa Aishayatham, Atham. Verse 4. Wanathathaya, Gashamayakam, Ba'aitham, Wanatha Na, Arataza, Yaba Wa La, Wa Tazab, Watazath. So like Watazath. Hashadah. Yathan. Gara Yawa. That's it. Where did I leave off of? Forgot. Verse 25. Okay, verse 47, right? 25, verse 47. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 47. And if a sojourner, no, verse 46. And he shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you. And ye shall take them for inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, you shall not rule over one another with rigor. Verse 47. And if a sojourner or a stranger waxen rich by thee, and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor, and sell himself unto the stranger or sojourner by thee, or to the stock of the stranger's family. Verse 48. After that he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brethren may redeem him. Verse 49. Either his uncle or his uncle's son may redeem him, or any that is nigh of kin unto him of his family may redeem him. Or if he be able, he may redeem himself. Verse 50. And he shall reckon with him that bought him from the year that he was sold to him unto the year of Jubilee, and the price of his sale shall be according unto the number of years, according to the time of an hired servant shall it be with him. Verse 51. If there be yet many years behind, according unto them he shall give again the price of his redemption out of the money that he was bought for. Verse 52. And if there remain but few years unto the year of Jubilee, then he shall count with him, and according unto his years shall he give him again the price of his redemption. Verse 53. And as a yearly hired servant shall he be with him, and the other shall not rule with rigor over him in thy sight. Verse 54. And if he be not redeemed in these years, then he shall go out in the year of Jubilee, both he and his children with him. Verse 55. For unto me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God.
You heard that?
Verse 55. For unto me the children of Israel are my servants. They are my servants whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God.
And it's interesting too. The sister had brought up when she was asking. She says when she saw these 12 signs, you know what she said? She says, "Are those God's servants?" And I was like, "Yeah, we are the Most High servants. We're also the children of Israel." But and like he's saying, is the important thing about that is that we're the ones that have the responsibility of maintaining these laws, because we're supposed to be ruling the earth. The Most High said that I'll set thee high above all nations that are on the face of the earth for keeping all of these laws. Now, it's not saying to keep some of them. It's saying to keep all of these laws, that especially these ones that are dealing with how to structure society and run a civilization.
Right.
Because you got to understand, we think so small term because we're dealing with what our family's bills are. But this is about learning how to run an entire country, an entire nation. You understand? And that's something that takes a lot of hard work. and preparation and planning. And so all of these laws that we're reading about, and even this specific is what to do if somebody gets sold and this land gets used, or this brother sells something because he's broke, all that stuff is dealing with how to approach things in a respectable way that everybody's going to be in agreement at the end. Because without these laws, we're not going to be able to see eye to eye, and then that's how we end up turning away from each other. And the 12 tribes of Israel have been split for so long, thousands of years. We've been split from each other, and now in order for us to grow that strength and that bond back together, it's going to require us to keep these laws right here.
Right.
If I may, that's why it's so stupid. It's so stupid when they be like, "Oh, you can't kindle a fire on the Sabbath day." It's so dumb. You know what I mean? Like, why are you thinking so small that it's talking about you and me and everyday household when it's talking about the fire kindlers?
Right.
You know what I mean? The whole industry of kindling a fire. Because if you didn't kindle a fire, you wasn't warm. You didn't kindle a fire, there's no food. You know what I mean? So you can't call nobody to come kindle your fire and pay them to do they servile. You do what you understand what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it's so stupid because I bet you they still think about showbread, but the showbread got to be cooked fresh on the Sabbath day.
Sabbath day. Right.
So how they kindling the fire? Think about it. That's what I'm saying, bro. They're not using their brain. They're so carnal. They're not thinking. They're not really thinking of what it takes to be self-sustaining. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
They're not thinking what it takes to be a separate nation. Leave it up to them. There'll be an Israel right here in America. Leave it up to them. You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't think about the Lord coming back and saving them, and you know what I mean? They think it's gonna be all magic. You know what I mean? The Lord's gonna come back and then he's gonna like clap his hands and say abracadabra or something, and it's gonna be like, okay, you know what I mean? No learning of anything. It's just gonna be gold roads and mansions everywhere. You're just gonna walk into your house and be like, yeah, oh, this is not. You know what I mean? That's what they think. That's what they think. They don't think that we're gonna have to go and learn anything over again, and you know what I mean? Goofy. That's my favorite word for them, brother. Goofy. You know what I'm talking? You know what I mean? Meanwhile, the ISUPK, we slaughtering bulls and you know what I mean?
Right.
Slaughtering bulls and learning how to farm and quail raising and chickens and goats, lambs and all of this. We learning all this right now. Like you know what I'm talking? Learn everything. You know what I'm talking? By the time we done, your car's gonna be a professional bull slayer.
Right.
You know what I'm talking? A professional bull slayer. You know what I'm talking? He already professional. What's it called? A professional welder. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be driving the chariots. You do what I'm saying? If the Lord let me, ooh wee, turn it tight ones. You know what I'm talking? Donuts in that thing. You do what I'm saying? That's what we have to think about, bro. Like so, right now, us going through us going through the first 5 books of Moses and seeing how hard it was for them to set up a whole civilization. That's how we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to set up a whole civilization. But then it's gonna be crazy because we gotta. Well, they had to break down their mind from Egypt, but we're gonna have to break down our mind from Egypt also. You dig what I'm saying? Spiritual Egypt. So we're gonna have to break down our mind and build up our mind back up into the workings of the Lord and how the Lord wants us to work. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just letting y'all know, and it's gonna be even heavy when there's gonna be some people in some people that's there. They ain't even gonna know why they're there. They're gonna be sitting there with the blunt in their hand, like what? Like yeah, so and I'm gonna need a brother like Taziar to come through and be like, hey, get that blunt out your hand, bro. What you doing? You know what I'm talking about? Like you feel I don't know what I'm doing here. I was just I rolled up and I was sitting there on the couch, and next thing you know, I'm here. What am I doing here? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, well, the Lord chosen you to You know what I'm talking about? Then we're gonna have to put them in position to do things. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
We have to put them in position to be better than what they were here. You understand?
Come on, concert.
That's the whole point of this thing, man. That's why when it's talking about serving, you know what I mean? The Lord served. Read that part again where it's talking about the Lord serving. I mean, that we serving the Lord.
Come on, concert. This is book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 55. For unto me the children of Israel are my Salakia. For unto me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants whom
Right.
I brought forth out of the land of Egypt.
His servants. I mean, we ain't nobody else. We ain't the white man's servants. We the Lord's servants.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? We God's servants. And if you ask, you shall receive. Real talk. If you ask, you shall receive. How many times do we ask? How much faith do we really have? How much time do we really put the faith in the Most High? You dig what I'm saying? Well, we did it with the cookout. I tell you that. We didn't know, nobody knew how we was going to do it, but we did it.
We did it.
We did it.
Most High in Christ.
Ain't that right, Taziar? We did it. We don't know how you was going to do all the pupusas, but you did them. You think you could do the pupusas? Yeah. And we did it. You know what I mean? It was excellent. I might add, delicious. You know what I mean? Is that it on that?
I am the Lord your God.
The Lord who?
Your God.
Ooh, I like hearing stuff like that, man. I like hearing stuff like that. So when I read the Bible, I can. Hey, man, it's the Lord, my God, nobody else's.
Right.
Oh, you call God him too. You know what I mean? You know, he's black Hispanic, the black Hispanic and Native American God.
That's right.
Not nobody else's, brother. Nobody else's. The Israelite God.
That's right.
The God of, blessed be the God of Israel. I don't see where they be like, blessed be everybody's God. No. They don't share their God of the Egyptian, what's it called? The Egyptian God, the Egyptian Book of the Dead. They don't share that with me.
Gib.
I don't want Buddha. You know what I mean? We have a God to serve, and we must serve him. You feel me?
That's right.
Is there anything else?
Oh, it's like I gotta read like 4 more verses, sir.
Go ahead,
5
man.
more verses.
Go ahead, so we can get up out of here. And go
Come
to
on,
camp.
come on, sir. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 1. Ye shall make you no idols nor graven images, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am the Lord your God. Verse 2. Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord. Verse 3. If ye walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them. Verse 4. Then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit.
Pause. Y'all, no, 2 packs of water. You can leave that though. I'll take that. But bring out 2 packs of water and the ice chest. Okay. All right. The crazy thing about that is, right now in Israel, what did it look like?
Oh, 2 packs of water in here.
Underneath the blue blanket.
So like before you put them in the ice chest, grab one of those cloths and wipe down that ice chest real quick.
Right now in Israel, what did it look like?
Desolate, sir.
It's desert.
Yeah.
It's desert and a wasteland. Right. That's because we not there.
Right.
Because the Lord said if we was there, we served him in the black cabinet.
The black cabinet at the bottom.
The Lord said if we there and we serve him, right, that he's gonna make it rain abundantly, right? He's gonna make it rain, and it's gonna be, we're gonna have crops and all of that. Boy, it ain't rained in Israel since we left. Yeah. You feel me? You feel me? It says the land of milk and honey. Now it be dry as hell, like you said. You know what I'm talking about? Like it was a land of milk and honey, brother. Now it ain't nothing. I don't even think goats can be out there, and you know what I mean. What do the camels eat? Because I ain't never seen a blade of grass out there. You ever seen a blade of grass out there, John? Never seen a blade of grass.
Synthetic.
A deli?
Synthetic.
Oh,
Synthetic grass.
I ain't even seen that. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That it on that?
Corn concert.
All right, that's it, right?
Corn concert.
All right, with that, Amajum. Put off on that Tazim. Yeah. Big ass chair.
La Yashrala.
La Yashala. Trunk open too. Trunk it open, but let's do it.
That Abadium, Sar, which means to turn. Hama Hakadam, which means to face the east. We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer in the Lashwan Kodash. It's like, Abanau.
Abanau.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemkah.
Shemkah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakutkah.
Malakutah.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazayakah.
Ratazayakah.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'aratazah.
Ba'aratazah.
Kawah.
Kawah.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathanael.
Nathanael.
Rakam.
Rakam.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Masalaknao.
Masalaknao.
Kabawatnao.
Kabawatnao.
Kasalaknao.
Kasalaknao.
Kabawatnao.
Kabawatnao.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabi'ai-nao.
Tabi'ai-nao.
Banasai one.
Banasai one.
Abal.
Abal.
Tawashai-nao.
Tawashai-nao.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Right.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Raka.
Raka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Watapa. Ra.
Watapa. Ra.
La'awalanium.
La'awalanium.
Aman.
Amen.
Now we're going to do the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be
Thy
done.
will be done
In earth.
in earth
As it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not
into
into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry. It's time we go salute the scroll.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brak Yah.
Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Brak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brak Yah.
All right, now we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, I Majim Shabbat, I Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brak Yah. Yajim Matah, I'm going to start, turn to face the sisters for one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I Majim Shabbat, I Majim, Barak,
Yahweh Shabbat Latah Bashem Yahushai.
Yajim Matah. Dismissed. I thought I was gonna trip y'all up there. I thought someone was gonna